comes a fly.
Oh! Oh! It's fly. All right. Hey there and welcome to Daily Love TV. I'm your host, Mastin Kipp, founder of thedailylove.com. And today I want to talk to you about a very powerful strategy that has been the primary reason why I have been able to be successful in my life. And as I've worked with literally thousands of people online and hundreds of people one-on-one, when I can start to coach people into this one specific strategy or behavior, it's a complete game changer. What is it? It's called stretching. Now, I'm not talking about yoga, though that could be a beautiful metaphor. I'm not talking about dance. I'm not talking about how well you can touch your toes or not. I'm talking about stretching just a little bit further than you feel comfortable. In almost every area of my life where I've had massive breakthroughs, whether it's my body, my relationship, financially, my ability to serve and contribute, the growth of thedailylove.com, in every single area of my life, right before an awesome breakthrough, I did something that terrified me. Now think about this in your own life. Right before your first kiss, what happened? Or maybe right before your first day at college, what was that like? Or right before any big transformation in your life, what was the emotion that you were in? Probably anxiety, excitement, fear, something like that. So here's the idea, stretching. Stretching is when you want to make a decision and you think to yourself, well, I feel comfortable to here, but your goal is here. And you think to yourself, well, there's no way I can make a bigger decision than that. I'm too scared. And that is when you have an opportunity to stretch. Stretch further than you would normally go. Spend a little bit more money on your business than you normally would. Invest in the seminar. Say, yes, I love you. Go out on a first date. Whatever it is, there's an opportunity to make a choice that actually scares you. So when you stretch, all of a sudden, your comfort zone stretches too. And what's interesting is that in my own life, it's the stretching that has really helped pull me forward. And people think all the time, oh, Mastin, you're so lucky, or it's easy for someone like you, or they just think that like it just magically happened. And what I can tell you is that I couch surfed for 2 years. I continue to make multiple massive investments in the Daily Love financially with energy and time and everything I have. And I'm always doing things that scare me. My first mentoring client scared me before I did it. The very first retreat I did scared me before I did it. The very first seminar that I did scared me before I did it. The very first book that I wrote scared me before I did it. Everything has been a stretch. And even in my own life, I remember one time I was invited to a very powerful business seminar and I had to spend $2,500 on the seminar, which is like a massive amount of money to spend on a seminar. And at the time I had $5,000 in the bank. So I spent $2,500 on the seminar and that choice literally terrified me. I remember when I wrote in and I signed up and I put my credit card information in and I hit send, I was like, oh, like it just like this energy of fear ran through my body. And I had to spend the rest of the money getting to the location. It was in Las Vegas, putting myself up in a hotel, and then paying for food while I was there. So literally I spent my last dime on the seminar. But here's what it did. Whether the seminar or not worked, it was a powerful seminar. I learned a lot. But more importantly, stretching, I put my butt on the line. My body was energized with all this energy that said, you know what, Mastin, you got to make it happen now. Like your butt is on the line, that survival mechanism kicked in, and I pushed through and I bust through. And as fate or the divine would have it, about a week later, I got my very first advertising check for the Daily Love in the amount of $10,000. So that choice literally doubled the money. Now, I'm not going to sit here and promise you that if you stretch, you're going to double the money. But what I will tell you is this. If you can put your butt on the line just a little bit further and stretch into a choice that scares you, time and time again. One choice at a time. One choice here, one choice there, one choice here, one choice there. Over the course of a week, a month, 6 months, a year, 5 years, a decade, all those little tiny stretches will add up into something epic. And at some point along that way, people are going to come to you and go, how did you do that? How did you do that? And you're going to have to tell them, you know what? I acted even though I was afraid. I stretched my way there. And if you go ask any successful person, it does not matter the field that they're in, finance, real estate, personal growth, entertainment, anything. If you look at the people who are super successful, all of them stretch and they take risks. They have that in common. Now, it doesn't matter. There could be certain areas where they take risks. One people maybe take a risk financially with real estate. Someone else takes a risk putting up a seminar. Someone else takes a risk by saying, I love you, being vulnerable. The peak experiences of life, that place of fulfillment, that place of fully being alive, comes from the stretch. So the question becomes, my friend, where can you stretch in your life? Because here's the thing. Knowledge without action equals nothing. So I really hope that this video isn't just, oh, let me watch that guy on YouTube or on thedailylove.com or on Facebook, talking at me and, get me excited for a couple minutes. I really hope that you can take this and apply it. What could be the action that you could stretch into? What's a decision that scares you? What's a decision that makes you go, ooh, and if you did it, it would put your entire nervous system into a state of survival? What would that be like? Maybe it's investing in the business. Maybe it's leaving a job. Maybe it's saying I love you. Maybe it's saying I'm done with this relationship. Doesn't really matter, but there is at least one decision that you know of at this moment that you've been putting off. What could that decision be? How could you stretch into the next area of life? In the comments below, please leave how you could stretch into that next phase of life. And by the way, this stretching, this answer should scare you a little bit or a lot. If it doesn't scare you, it's not a real stretch. Please leave it in the comments below. The Daily Love community is a group of seriously loving, caring folks. Hit up thedailylove.com and leave your comment and join in on the conversation and meet and support these amazing people. Also, we publish a rockin' daily email full of inspiration from me and all kinds of amazing experts from around the world. Head on over to thedailylove.com and sign up for our email to get these awesome daily doses of love. If this video has inspired you, please feel free to share it with friends, family, people that you love, and inspire them to stretch into the next phase of their life. And also, please feel free to subscribe to The Daily Love on YouTube so that you get notified when we have more videos coming out. And as always here at Daily Love TV, take action and make it real.